Hey everyone, this is Mukesh Otwani once again from learn-automation.com. Today in this video, we are going to talk about tuple or tuple in Python. Okay, so till now we discussed about the list, we discussed about the set, we discussed about the dictionary, and now let's talk about what is tuple and how we can use it. So tuples in Python is a collection of items, just like we had this list, set, dictionary. So it is also a collection of items. So it is also ordered and indexed. It means you can have tuples values in a proper order and you can access them with the help of index. Now since it works on indexes, so you can do all the indexing operation and the slicing operation. So this indexing and slicing we discussed in detail our string videos. Okay, so in case if you haven't watched my string video, there I discussed about indexing and slicing in details. We'll definitely cover a few examples here as well. In case if you want to know more about indexing and slicing, I will give you the link in the description. Go ahead and watch that video. Very important point, because it is same property just like list. So what is the difference here? Tuple is immutable, okay, but list is mutable. It means we have seen in list we can override the values, right? But tuples, no. Tuples is immutable. It means we cannot change the values which is assigned in tuples. Okay, so I will show you with the help of proper example. And the bonus point, if you stick till the end of this video, we will be also talking about tuple unpacking. Okay, so how we can unpack the tuple, how we can retrieve the values. So let's go back to PyCharm and let's create another Python file. So I will give this file name as tuple demo. Okay, that's it, tuple demo. You will get this file. Now let me show you the syntax as well before we move ahead. So syntax would be, you just need to use couple of parentheses. You need to provide values separated by comma. Okay, so parentheses, value 1, comma, value 2, comma, value 3, and so on, and end with again parentheses. So example would be like this. If I have to store 4 values, I can just give one which is integer, again string, integer, and again a string. Again I can use boolean, I can use float as well. The syntax too would be as usual. We have seen the same thing in list, set, and dictionary. So here also we'll see how we can create tuple with the help of tuple constructor. So here you just need to say tuple, and in the constructor you have to provide a list. In that list you can provide the values separated by comma. Very easy. We'll see one by one. So let's go back to PyCharm. We already created this file. So let me create one example called tuple1, which is tuple1. Here I will just give parenthesis, and here I will be using few values. Let's say 1, then I will give as Python, then let me give some value 90.0, and let me give some boolean values as well. Okay, so this is our tuple ready. In case if you want to print, let's print the tuple values. I will say tuple1 and just right click, execute this. We got the values, right? You can see it is coming in a proper order, 1, Python 90.0, and true. Since it is a ordered base, so if I want the specific value, I can give the proper index. It means if I want the second value, so I will say this is 0, this is 1. So I will say I want tuple1 dot. Do we have any method? So let's see. We don't have any method here, but since we know it is an ordered way, what I can do, I can provide the index as 1, which should ideally return me Python. Yeah, we got the Python. So now if you want to know the methods which tuple has, just say tuple1 dot. So first of all, you can see we have a count, right? And then we have length, not many methods, right? So we will be using these methods as well, but other things which we need to play with the brackets, we need to play with the indexing as well. Okay, so let me add few more values so that I can show you the difference. Let me add 1 again. Let me add let me add 1 3 4 times, and let me add few more values. Let's say I am a QA. Okay, so now we have proper values. Now can I do the indexing and slicing? So indexing we have seen, right? I can give the index. Does it support negative index as well? Yes, it supports. Okay, so if in case if you want the last value of this tuple, you just say -1 and you just execute this and you will get the QA. So this is -1, this is -2, and so on. So if I need the second last, I will say -2 and I will get 1, right? So indexing, we can do positive index, negative as well. And if I show you the count method, so if I say tuple1 dot count, it will ask me which value you want to count. So in our example, I have 4, 1, right? So if I simply say that I want to count how many times 1 is coming, so I will get the value as 5. Now you must be wondering why it is coming 5. Okay, so if you can see, we have 3, 1 here and 1 is this, then why it is giving 5? Okay, let me give you the answer, but before that let me add few more values. Let me add 2, 2, 2. 3 times I have it 2. Okay, and if I simply say count as 2, let's cross verify. I will run it again, and this time you can see we got the output as 3, which is perfectly fine. I can easily understand. But what about this? Why we are getting 5? Because we have 4 values. So let me just run it again. Still value is coming 5. The reason is, if you can see this true, right? Internally Python consider true as 1. Okay, so because of that, it is also considering as 1 and remaining 4. So we are getting value as 5. So just keep this point in mind. Okay, so count method is working fine. Index we have already, okay, we haven't seen the index, right? So let me say that I want to access tuple1, which is tuple, and I want the index value of a specific value. So let's say I want to know the index of 90.0. So I will just say return me the index of 90.0, and let's say what will be the output. Output should be, it should be 0, it is 1, it is 2. So output should be 2. Yeah, so we got the index of 90.0. So count method will return the number of occurrence of that particular value. Index will return you the index of that particular value. Now let's quickly check about the slicing part. So if I say print tuple1, now if I say slicing, I mean I want to get the sub tuple. Okay, let's say I want from Python till 1 or Python 90.0 and true. So how can I do that? So if I say 0 colon till 5, so what it will start from 0 and it will go till 5, but it will not include this one. Okay, what it means, if I say 0 to 5, so it will include 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will include till here, but it will not include the 5th one. Okay, which is 5th index. So let me just run it, and you can see we got the output till 1. What if I change it to 4? It means it should start from 0 and it should go till 3. It should not include 4. It means 0, 1, 2, 3. It should only include 3. It should not include the 4th one or the 4th index. Yeah. So this is how we can do the slicing. Again, slicing, indexing we discussed in detail, so I will keep this part for you. Just explore the indexing again with the tuple. Now the main important point that we are discussing today, what is the difference between list and tuple or tuple, because both are almost same. It also have indexes, it also have slicing. We can do all the operations which list is doing. So what I will do, I will say tuple1, okay, and let me try to add 0th index, and I will try to add some value, let's say Mukesh, and let me print this tuple again. I will say tuple1, and just I will give the formatting so that we can easily understand the new output. So whatever output we will get after star, that will be the new output. Just execute this, and can you see we got a type error, and if you see it says tuple object does not support item assignment. It means you cannot update the values in the tuple because it's immutable. Okay, keep this point in mind. So what I was actually doing, at 0th index we already have 1. I'm trying to update with the value Mukesh, which is not possible. Clear? That is the reason tuple is immutable. Keep this point in mind. Let's quickly also check the type, what exactly it will return when I say type of tuple1, which is tuple1. Okay, and just give me tuple1. Yeah, just execute. So again tuple, okay, it is giving error here, right? So anyways, it's not possible, so I will just comment this. Now I'm only expecting the type of tuple1, which is tuple, and you can see it's returning me that it's a tuple, it's a separate class. Yeah. Now there's some interesting fact which I haven't discussed till now because I was waiting for this tuple. Is there any way where we can convert tuple into list, tuple into set. Yeah, is it possible? So answer is yes, it is possible to convert tuple into list or tuple into set with the help of the constructor. So that I will show you now. Okay, so in order to show you that, I will create another Python file, and this time I will call this as tuple demo 2. Yeah, and let me remove everything. So just to show you, first of all, I will say this is a type method, and I will say give me the type of tuple1, which is tuple 1. Let's see the output. Okay, it's a tuple or tuple. Now can I convert this tuple into a list? Yes. So how you can do, just say list. Inside list constructor, I can pass tuple 1. The moment you pass tuple 1 within list constructor, it will return your list. So let's say L1. So if you want to cross check, I will just say give me the type of L1, just to cross check whether it converted or not. You can see this time L1, which is nothing but list 1, is a type list now. Earlier it was tuple. Just because of this constructor, now it is converting into a list. Yeah, same thing can we do for set? Yes, we can do. So just type set, and here when I say again after this, just print the type of S1. Yeah. Now the question comes, can we convert it to dictionary? No, because dictionary need key value pairs, right? So that is not possible. It will throw you error. But yes, you can convert tuple into list or set. So in case we want to know the values as well, just quickly print the values. So this is our list 1 and this is our set 1. Okay. So just just run it from here. Now the difference which you will see is very important here. Okay, now this will give you kind of recap that we already discussed. So let me print the tuple values. Yeah, then we have list values, and then we have set values. So when you see the output, list output and tuple output is exactly same because they also have ordered and indexed, right? But when it comes to set, you will see two changes now. First of all, set does not allow duplicate. So the value which you see, we don't have any 1 multiple times, it is only 1. Here we also had 2 multiple times, here it is only 1. So one thing is clear, set does not allow duplicate, perfect, fine. Now if you try to see the order, they were in a different order, right? 1 Python 90.0 true, and then finally Q. But you can see now it is not in a proper order because set is unordered, right? It does not follow index, so it will always give you in a random order. Yeah, I hope you got the difference. So first thing, it's also index ordered, but it's immutable. That is a big difference between list and tuple. And can we convert list tuple into list set? Yes, we can do that. Now let me show you the one more way how we can create tuple, and I will also give you some important facts, okay, that you need to notice now. This might come as an interview question, okay, because when you start giving a Python certification exam or some online exam, you will get this kind of questions. So let me create, okay, maybe I can do it here itself. I'm creating another tuple called tuple 2, and this time I'm just writing Mukesh here. Okay, so just type tuple 2, and maybe I will just do a kind of formatting here. Yes, we'll see this output now. Okay, so what we got Mukesh, which is expected. Now let me calculate the length. Okay, so the moment I say length of tuple 2, okay, just see the output. Now it is little confusing for you maybe right now, but just give me a couple of minutes, I will show you why it is giving. The moment you say tuple with one value, okay, if it is a string, what exactly it is doing, it is considering this as a character by character. So the count is 6 here, so that is the reason you are getting length is 6. If I just give Mukesh Otwani here, which is again 6 more characters. Okay, so again in Python we don't have characters, okay, data type, but internally string is a sequence or collection of characters, so it is counting character by character, so count is 12 now. But now let me show you a small variation. The moment I just, okay, maybe I can create another tuple so that you will have a clear difference. This time I will make it tuple 3 and tuple 3 and length of tuple 3. I will just put a comma here, nothing much. Just execute the same program. Can you see? Now we got the exact tuple as output. Earlier you were getting as a string, right? As a character by character, which is a string. But now you got the proper tuple, and now you're getting the proper length as 1. Because the moment you have only one value in the tuple, just make sure you give the comma. Otherwise it will consider just like a normal string. But the moment you say comma, it will consider it as a proper tuple and you will get the proper output. Okay, just keep this point in mind. Now if I just add one more value, let's see the output. Now it is quite obvious, we will get the count as 2 and we are getting the value as proper. Okay, so another very interesting example. Can we create list of tuples? Yes, we can do that. Okay, so let's say if I create L1, okay, which is list, and again in the list, can I have multiple tuples? Yes, I can have multiple tuples. Okay, and let's say I have 1 here, 3, 5, here I will say 2, 4, 6, and here let's say 10, 20, 30. So let's say this is our list. In this list I have 3 tuples, tuple 1, tuple 2 and tuple 3. So in case if I want to access tuple 1, I will say 0, which will give me 1, 3, 5, right? Let's see, just right click, run as. I got the first tuple. Can I get the second tuple which is indexed at 1? Yes, we can do that. Right click, run as, and you can see we got. Now since it's a tuple, and again tuple supports indexing, can I give the indexing as 0, 1, 2? Yes, we can do that. So if I want value as 6, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Right click, run again, and you can see we got the output as 6. So it is also possible to have a list of tuples, and since they both have the indexing, you can access them with the help of indexes. Yeah. So before we end this, let me show you another way of creating tuple. Okay. So again, I will create one more Python file, and this time I will say 3, and let me just remove everything. So I will say again T1 means tuple 1. Here I will be using tuple class, okay, or I will say tuple constructor. Now in this constructor, you need to give the values in a form of list. Okay, so you just say 1, or let's say some string I will take, okay, Mukesh, then I will say, let's say Python, and let's say I will be taking some name, okay, some technology, let's say automation. And if I just say print type of T1, which is tuple, and let's run this. So you can see now T1 is actually tuple, so this is actually a tuple for us. In case if you want to know the value, just print T1 and you will get the proper tuple value. Can you see this? Again, it's a proper tuple now. Now you can just, access them with the help of index. So if I want Python, I will say 0, 1, 1 stand for Python here, and I will get the Python as output. Yeah. So don't worry guys, once you move ahead, you will see the real-time implementation of tuple, dictionary, set, list, string. When do we use, how do we use, everything we will see. As of now, focus on the fundamentals. If fundamentals are clear, you can easily play with these data types. So before we end the session, as I promised, the bonus part, the tuple unpacking. Okay, so how we can unpack the tuple. So let's say this is my T1, which is actually a tuple for us, right? What if I want these values in a variable? Can we do that? Yes. So what I will do, since it has 3 values, right? Mukesh, Python, automation. So what I can do, I can give X, Y, Z. and here I can provide t1. So what it will do, it will take the first value, it will assign into x, it will take the second value, it will assign into y, third value it will assign into z. So this concept is known as tuple unpacking. So let me print x, let's run this. We got the Mukesh, yeah. If I say y, we'll got Python, and similarly when I say z, we got the automation. Now there's a small change, okay, not change, but yeah, let me modify the program and you can easily predict the output now. Okay, so now tuple has 4 values, but I'm assigning into 3 variables. Will it work or not? Let's see. Okay, we got the value error, and if you try to read, it clearly says too many values to unpack. We were expecting 3, but actually values are 4, so it is not able to unpack. It means when you do tuple unpacking, make sure you have the exact number of variables, okay, to store the values. Number of variables should be equal to the number of values. Let's do a reverse thing. Okay, here values are 3, but I will keep 4 variables here. Let's say a. So again, total number of values from tuple is 3, but I have 4 variables. Will it work? Let's run it again. And again, same thing. It says value error, which is exactly same, but this time if you see the description, it says not enough value to unpack. We were expecting 4 values, right, which is 4 variables, but we got 3. So this is how you can unpack the tuple. So you will be seeing this example when you run for loop, right? You will get the tuple as output, and we will be doing this unpacking multiple times. So just remember this concept, very interesting, but yeah, you need to remember these points. I hope you enjoyed this session. So this is what I had for this lecture. In the next lectures, we will see the real-time implementation. First of all, we'll see when to use what. And apart from this, if you have any other question, let me know in the comment section. And if you're new to this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press the bell notification, and share with your friends. And in case if you have any other query related to Python, you can also send me an email to my email, which is mukeshotwani@learn-automation.com. And I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.